Okay, now this is a mod which I really do enjoy. And I'm playing it with the Scythe2 map pack. This is a mod called Demonsteele, and I would like to do a playthrough of Demonsteele with the Scythe2 pack sometime, maybe. I have done it before. It is extremely difficult. But this is a mod which I really do enjoy. We got rock and roll. We'll play as Halin, and I'll go on the take no prisoners difficulty. Now, the differences between the difficulties here is how many life points you have. On the easiest, you have 10 life tokens. Then on the second, you have 8, and so on. Take no prisoners, you have 6. All the way up to 2 on Killing Machine and Angel of Death, where you have 1 hit. I'll take it on Take No Prisoners, because that's about as good as I can do. Now, after I finish with this enemy here. Okay. And this guy. I'll have to explain some concepts of this mod first. Right. Now, key concepts of this mod is dodging attacks. Secondly, the mod, as a part of that, all the enemies have been modified so that they have projectile and weapons, as opposed to hit scan, which is a necessity considering the type of weapon, considering the type of mod. Now, other differences. You'll see we have this weapon, our katana, and we have the sheath for it. This is what I'm going to be attacking with the most, as odd as that seems. We also have some guns. At the moment we have one. We have this, which is our pistol. It's a rapid fire. It essentially fires as fast as I can shoot, as fast as I can click the button. We also have our katana for melee attacks while we're using it. You'll see our hit points down the bottom left there as the purple flames. We have 6 of them. Every time we get hit, we have a grace period where we will be invulnerable to damage. What else around here? Up the top right. Thank you. Thank you, Halin. On the top right, you'll see a bar on that little chain bit up there. It's currently empty. That is our meter for like combo meter. The more I hit enemies, the more that will fill. If I get hit, that's extremely meaty knuckle cracking. If I get hit, the bar will go down. The higher the bar gets, every stage it goes up. I believe that's about 5 or 6 stages. I'll do more damage. It's particularly in melee. So I want to get that meter. I want to get that meter as high as possible. That should open. Here we go. Here's another weapon. It is the Omen Warhammer. It has unlimited ammunition. You see it charging up down the bottom there. After a period, it will get to 100. The longer it charges up for, the more damage it does. If it's 100 when I hit an enemy with it, it will actually cause a little shockwave with lightning blasts coming out of it. I don't use it too much, but it is a powerful weapon. Mostly, I stick to this, and I hit enemies with the sheath. The reason for that is that hitting the enemies with the sheathed sword has a very high pain chance, which means that they have a less chance. Which means that they're not hurting you. I just kicked a head. Health is these apples. There's also energy drinks. Another key concept in this game, in this mod, is dodging. If I hold down shift and press forward, backward, left and right, I'll take a dash in that direction. I can dash while in air. I can dash and jump. I can also double jump. This is extremely high maneuver game. High maneuver mod. Now, let us see if I'm still any good at this. Ah yes, I also forgot to mention, I took 2 hits there. I forgot to mention also, and there's another hit. With the enemies shooting projectiles, if I hit their projectiles with the sheath sword, or it's more difficult to do with the actual sword itself, but if I hit the projectiles, it will actually remove them. So you can sort of do this and stop yourself from being hit by enemy projectiles. There's other things as well, but I will cover them when I get to them. Because I can double jump, levels will probably be broken horribly in their progression, but I will try to keep on track for the general passage through the levels. Right, here we go. There we go. I just used a combo move there, a dash forward which kills all the enemies in which deals heavy damage, essentially killing all the enemies behind me. And that works off my combo meter. If I can do another one? No, I can't right now. I need to build up my meter a bit more. There we go. And you, and you, and you. There we go. You can see I was stunning the enemy constantly there by whacking it with my sheathed sword, which becomes very important later on. I like using it particularly against Hell Knight because you get a lot of meter off of it and you essentially stun lock them. Right. Here we go. Show this. There's another combo move. It's a spin around me and it deals damage to all enemies around me. Also up there, I picked up a pepper, like a jalapeno pepper, that raises my combo bar by a few levels when I pick it up. That's armor. You'll see 2 of my hit points are now armored. I'll just jump back up here and get this key which I missed. There we go. Damaging ground still hurts me, but because I have a grace period, I can. It doesn't deal much more damage than normal. Okay. Rooftop war zone. I don't know how much I'll play of this. What have we got? We got the Testament shotgun. One-handed shotgun. What was that? Okay. It's a shotgun. You shoot things from a distance. I'll show off the pistol. There we go. And I'll show off the warhammer. Wow. At this low level, it essentially just smacks people, smacks enemies. It doesn't have any special effects on it. So I'll let it charge up for a bit. There's a lot of gore in this too. Heads will fly or roll and blood will spout everywhere, but it's all in good fun. There we go. And you, and you, and you. There we go. And you. Right. I think we've essentially gotten everyone here. Let's go over here. I have played through Scythe2 a fair bit. Not completely, but I am quite familiar with the levels. So, smack! There you go. You get to see the lightning effect when you hit enemies with the charged up hammer. Get the jalapeno. And we're ready to. So cool! Get out of here, wizards! These wizards are from... are they from Hexen? Or Heretic? Hexen, perhaps. There's a burger. The hamburger gives us a lot of health. You'll see now we have actually 3 extra hit points on top of the 6, which is because of difficulty, as well as the 1 armored health. So... I think that's about as max as you can get. With that, getting all 6 of your hit points actually armored. You can dodge through enemies' attacks, I believe. It's kind of difficult to tell. There we go. And get these shells, get the key, get this. Switch to this. Oh, someone was shooting at me. Oh, you. There we go. Go here. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. Switch back out. Ow! There's actually 2 characters in this mod which you can play as. There's Haylin, which is the one we're currently playing as, and the other one is... I forget her name. She's a slower character. She's focused on actually punching enemies in melee really hard. She's not as maneuverable, but she's supposed to be like, I suppose, tankier. I have played a bit of as her, but I don't think the character's fully finished. So there's parts of, so it's like not fully fleshed out yet. At least it wasn't when I last looked at the mod. It might have been updated recently. I will have to check. What have been there? Come on, get out of there. There we go. And all of these. There's a Hell Knight. You see there, I like using Hell Knights by smacking them with my sheathed sword because it builds a lot of meter off them and they remain stun locked. Building a lot of meter is important, especially in later levels in Scythe2 because Scythe2 gets kind of ridiculous in terms of all the enemies it throws at you later on. Being able to get a lot of meter and deal a lot of damage to all the enemies around you is quite important to survival. And also dodging is important. I'll have to get used to that. There's another enemy there. A knight which chucks fireballs. There's another weapon there. We have a grenade launcher. Switch shotgun. How's the sound, if anyone could tell me? Is it too loud? Because this shotgun is extremely loud sounding. I might lower the sound a bit. Just a little. I don't want to be shouting over it. There we go. Get out of there. And you. You. Go. Blue key. Yellow key. Archviles aren't as difficult as they are in the normal game. I think they still resurrect, perhaps, but they don't have the firestorm, which appears under your feet while you're in view of them. They instead summon, like, waves of fire, which they shoot out from them. Hamburger. Get the hamburger! You want it! I know you want it. There you go. I want that over there too. Yep, I'm cheating! But I'll need to survive. Need to survive. Because in later levels, I will have to health scavenge a bit. If I don't play well. Which is most likely. There we go. Hey, Revenant. Goodbye, Revenant. My god. All the enemies pop out of the ground. Ow. Certainly using your weapons on the enemies, your ranged weapons, is a choice. It's not really something you can rely on too much though, because ammunition is kind of scarce and you can't carry that much, so you do want to be using your sword for the majority of enemies. Right. Okay, yeah. There we go. They're waiting for me to sheath my katana. There we go. Anyone else? Revenant? Ow! Stop that. Good, good. 3 hit points. Apples give me 2 hit points. There we go. Full health again. And... no, wait. Oh, I missed a button back here. Oh. There we go. It gets disguised by all the gold. Ow. Ow. Okay, cool. Shooting enemies at range does build up your meter, but nowhere near as much as being in melee. Game's all about them melee. So, you know. Also, using enemies to block yourself from other enemies is a tactic I found to be quite effective, especially later on. Nom nom. And there we go. Ugh. All the kills. Oh, and all the secrets. Oh well. Cursed sellers. You keep your meter between levels. That's nice. Oh. You see me there hitting a bunch of these projectiles and actually making them disappear. That is what the sheathed sword is really good at. You'll see there, because I was on Slayer level, which I believe is the highest, I'm actually... yeah, Slayer's the highest. I'm actually able to carve up Hell Knights really quickly. It's a few hits. Very important, especially when you come up against the what's it called? The Cyber Demon equivalents. Which are quite powerful. But, with a full meter, you're able to make short work of them. In a way, it's kind of about momentum. Oh, jeez. Come on, give me some health. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Need some health. Here we go. Energy drinks give you 1 hit point. Damn it. Get up there. Cool. Poof. Ow! Standing still is a good way to get hit, as you'd expect. Possibly this mod is how I destroyed my last mouse. There we go. I may be cheating to get those, but I don't care. I'm so maneuverable! It's like, it's so liberating. You've also got pretty good range with your sword. There we go. Now we have another weapon. We have the, what's it called? SMG? Sabbath submachine gun. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a submachine gun. Maybe not as useful as you'd think, since you can rapid fire the pistol, but... it does fire pretty quickly. So it chews through ammunition like nobody's business. Get out of here. Oh, right. See me destroying one of the rockets there from the Revenant? Hey there. Just sit down! There we go. Ah, it's satisfying to kill archviles so easily. Oh, is that some health and stuff? There is little soul fragments on the ground, the little glowy white crystals. They, as far as I understand, increase your meter a little bit. But it's not really enough to, like... it's more just enough to maintain your meter, and not really enough to give you any levels. Yep, very good. You just... you know, I'm just gonna bat you in the head with this a few times. There we go. And there we go. Hall of Anguish. Halls of Anguish. Wah! Sadly, after playing this mod, I find that the melee combat in a lot of other games is... it's amazing how easy, in a way, it makes... how good this makes, like, melee combat in Doom. You wouldn't think so, but... there's another enemy there. That soul thingy, it's currently spitting out all these ghosts. The ghosts are single hit. They're really easy to kill. But, you know... you only have so many hit points, so every time they hit you, it is losing another health. They summon, the black souls summon the ghosts. And we're going to go up against... there we go. That is a cyber demon. I don't remember the Lost Souls making that noise last time. Okay, the cyber demon here is nasty. It's got lightning fields. He shoots missiles. It's got a fair bit of health, but if we keep batting him around, there we go, and build up our meter somewhat, we should be able to carve him up. There we go. Perhaps don't do a good show of dodging his attacks, but in later levels, when you're going up against multiple cyber demons, building up your meter and carving through multiple of them is very fun. Very satisfying. Oh. Oh. There we go. What should I do? I'll play through maybe one more level. So, yes. Now we're on to the... I don't know, the Egyptian levels? I'll do a save. What's this called? I forget! Demonsteele, that's it. There we go. Ow! Thank you a lot. Oh! Gotta build up that meter. Get that armor. And... there we go. That. Oh! Yeah. Okay, we don't need the ammunition. There's an enemy from Heretic. The Saber Claws, they're called. They move very quickly in this mod. And don't think they have a ranged attack. I could be wrong on that. Right, we need to... What do we need to do? We've got the red key. There we go. That was extremely short level. Sure, one more level. Oh, that's the end of the first episode. You have entered deeply into the infested starport, but something is wrong. The monsters have brought their own reality with them, and the starport's technology is being subverted by their presence. Ahead, you see an outpost of hell, a fortified zone. If you can get past it, you can penetrate into the haunted heart of the starbase and find... This is the base Doom, isn't it? Find the controlling switch which holds Earth's population hostage. Yeah, that's the base Doom. That's the base Doom message. It's been a while since I've played base Doom. I mean, you know, whatever. It works perfectly fine for our story. And... yes. Sure. Actually, I think I'll leave it there for tonight. It's a taste of Demonsteele. I would like to come back and play this. I like this mod a lot. It is a lot of fun. Very fast-paced. Which is kind of why I was hesitant to play it, because I was afraid maybe it wouldn't show up too well. But we'll see. So... yes, I'd like to thank you for joining me. I will stop the recording here.